First, here's adventurer Dwayne Fields. Now, he's completed the 3 Peaks Challenge, he's walked across the North Pole, but this might be his toughest mission yet.
I'm Dwayne Fields. I grew up here in East London, got into a little bit of trouble when I was growing up. At one point, I had a gun pointed at me. I've been stabbed a couple of times. I felt like I needed to make a change because my life was either going to see me end up in prison or see me dead. So what I did to make that change was I decided I was going to go and walk to the North Pole. The big plan is this: I'm taking a team of 6 young adults with me to climb Ben Nevis, the highest mountain here in the UK. Many of these young people, they've never been outside the M25. Many of them have never done anything that they've achieved and can look at and be proud of. And for me, or in my opinion, I believe that's going to mean they can turn their lives around as much as I did.
I had a little altercation, like the guy put a gun to my face, and this life's not funny. Like, don't take it for granted, because any time you can lose your life. But I ended up serving to the police. I could have got 5 years, but I think I got like 6 months tag and a year probation. I don't want to go jail. I don't want to be taken away from my family.
I've had my problems. I've been kicked out of school, I've been detentions. We all go through things, like, you know, like we all have our problems inside our family homes and things like that.
I came from a pretty good background, just made some wrong decisions and got in with the wrong type of crowd. Started using drugs from a young age. I lost a lot of trust with my family. The temptation's always around me to get back involved with the gangs. I'm putting my everything into it and I'm going to give it my absolute best shot.
It's the first night in the real wilderness. We've got woods all around, it's pouring rain, it's miserable weather. I'm just so impressed with how they're doing.
Looking at it all now, it just feels real. And it just looks scary.
See this pole here?
Yeah.
It's on the wrong side. It's underneath, it needs to be over.
I've never been to Scotland. I haven't really ventured out of London, so that's all I know. All I see is massive buildings, blocks.
I'm more scared than nervous. Like it's a big mountain, isn't it? Shows you a different type of life that you've never seen before. This might inspire me to do something in life that I thought I'd never do. So
when you're in a place like this, you forget that, you know, just around the corner someone might be looking to rob you or to stab you. It gets you out of that mentality of you're limited by your postcode or the block that you live on or the estate that you live in. You don't own any of those things, but what you do own is a free spirit, and you've got all this country to reign through. So look, just come out and enjoy it. Showreel, can you get up for me? Sonny?
Yeah.
Yes, you're right, it's time to go, mate. It's time to get ready, yeah? What we're doing now is potentially very dangerous. I've got every faith in you guys, and I need you guys to believe that you can do it too. The team are in a place where they feel really good, they feel great, but I think that's going to change in a minute because we're going around the bend and we're going to be on the exposed side of the mountain.
My feet are absolutely freezing at this moment.
Yeah, my shoulders are
and I'm having to... I'm just trying to wiggle my toes a bit.
This is the hardest bit. Don't kill yourself. Don't push yourself too hard. Well done, Destiny.
I feel like we're in the clouds, like we are, but...
We're hoping the weather doesn't get much worse, to be honest. It's probably as bad as we can cope with at the moment. I think spirits are high, but they're fading.
Come to this when your legs start it gets steeper, it's much more harder.
The mountain is the accomplishment, but for me the reward for this is hopefully to get that relationship back with my family.
You go down the right road or you go down the wrong road. It's up to you which one you want to take.
Guys, this is it. We've finally done it. Breathing, come in here, man. You know how it works. Yeah?
I'm still on the wrong road, but I can see the right road. It's right there. I just need to transform it. Need to just switch the lane.
We've made it now. This is it. We're at the highest point in the United Kingdom. There is nobody else higher than us at the moment in the UK, in the British Isles.
At the top of the mountain, my initial feeling was self-belief. I think I finally felt like I had achieved something.
I've conquered like a chapter in my life When I get back to London, I'm going to let the whole world know what I've done.
I've never really been happy in my life, innit? So like, now like I feel happy, like I can go home and like, they'll be like, yeah man, like, look what I did, like, it showed me that like I can get to my dreams, innit?
And back from the top of Ben Nevis, the team are in! Yay! Absolutely magic. That was lovely watching that with you all. It really was superb. And Dwayne is here on the sofa as well. I mean, so much good feeling, Dwayne, just watching that.
Well, you saw it. The emotions were really, really strong, especially me. I mean, I remember when Ordnance Survey first came to me and we spoke about this idea. I thought, actually, the Get Outside campaign, it's going to be amazing. I get the chance to get young people outside in an environment where they can do the things that make them feel great about themselves. And this was a prime example of that.
Yeah.
And lots of us, we were just saying, you know, take for granted when we've had parents who've encouraged us and taken us out into the countryside. But, I mean, for these youngsters, some of them hadn't had that experience. I mean, you picked up a frog and they ran a mile, didn't they?
I mean, yeah, prime example, again, is we were walking through the forest as part of the preparations for this, and I came across a frog. It's very natural for me to see an animal, chase it, pick it up and just, you know, examine it, see what's going on. Picked it up and I said, look, guys, touch it. This is the very first time someone ever touched a frog. And that's something that's memorable. And I know it sounds quite small, but in fact, what that is you're doing something you've never done before and experiencing something new. And experience that in itself, it's a great way to foster, you know, feelings for them to carry on doing that as well.
And Street to Peak, then, it's right across the UK, isn't it?
So in essence, Street to Peak is the name, the title. It's a great title for what is part of something called the Get Outside campaign, which is run by Ordnance Survey. We've got 60 champions, and there's around 100 initiatives up and down the country. Street to Peak is one of those, and in actual fact, there's a day on the 30th of September. We want 1 million people to get outside. It's National Get Outside Day. So we'll be looking for more people to do something
And
like
it
this.
wasn't just, you know, what they experienced at the time, because obviously having come back now, the team are really still benefiting.
Yes.
Salisha had a job interview, didn't she? And she was able to talk about the experience.
Well, look, she's gone to an interview, and a lot of the questions they asked in the interview...
She's embarrassed. She's over there.
There's no need to be... We know everything about it. There's absolutely no reason to be embarrassed, but... Look, the things they ask you in a job interview, tell us a time when you've been part of a team, tell us a time when you've experienced something difficult, tell us a challenge that you've overcome. They've answered all those questions with this one expedition, and I think it's really powerful that they can take all these lessons away and apply it to the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
Does the challenge of Ben Nevis sound exciting to you?
I feel like I need to go climb a mountain.
Me too now.
But this is the thing, it's inspirational stuff, and actually the very makeup of Great Britain, you know, obviously if you're living in your cities, the countryside is literally on your doorstep. It's not far away, and it's so good for the soul, isn't it? You guys, you know that. It looks absolutely superb. Well, all I would say is just keep doing it, keep getting out there and having a superb time. And you're off globe-trotting, aren't you? Well, all the way down south. Tell us about your next adventure.
So the next one I know you're going to love. It's Antarctica. It's a trans-Antarctic crossing. I've got my amazing teammate Phoebe. She's in the audience somewhere. She's there. We will be doing a 3,500-kilometre trek across Antarctica, absolutely unsupported.
But you hate the cold, apparently.
I was born in Jamaica. We naturally gravitate towards warmer climates. I think I'm the oddity. I'm the odd one that just chose to do something. I think basically I'm getting the cold bits out of the way, and then I'll start chasing deserts.
I mean, you still look cool, even with snow in your beard.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You've got to keep in contact with us, Dwayne, when you're doing that, and let us know your progress.
Let us know how it
tell
goes.
everyone at home. But honestly, well done, one and all.
Yeah,
Good stuff. And actually, if you want to get yourselves out and about as well, we launched Country File Ramble for children in need as well, so there's a good excuse as well.